Today, we're gonna teach you how to change the oil in your car.
She ain't got no money in the bank.
What you're gonna need is oil, an oil drain pan, an oil filter, an oil plug washer, some latex gloves, a breaker bar, a jack, and some jack stands.
Once you have everything you need, first step is to jack up your car. This might take a while, but just find the jacking point.
1 hour later.
So you just keep going until there's enough room for you to get underneath your car. I don't think I'm there yet.
And we have liftoff.
Always use jack stands, never adjust the jack because you might die.
So this jack doesn't lift the car up just enough, so what we're doing is we're moving the jack stands up under the front. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your e-brake on, because if you don't, your car is going to roll back, and that's a really bad thing. So make sure the e-brake is on.
You can always also put it in gear and it won't roll, so either or. Alright, now that you've got your car jacked up, time to let all the oil out. Alright, so up here, as you can see, we have the oil filter, the oil fill cap. So right now we're just going to take that off. We're gonna open her up, set her somewhere that we remember her. Right there. And now we get underneath the car, the fun part.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, now we're underneath the car. Make sure you get the right socket to fit. This one's a 17 millimeter. And now we go ahead and break it. But before that, we should probably grab an oil pan so that way we don't get oil everywhere. My mom might be mad. Okay, let's get it right here. Got it! Look at that! The magic of editing. That it only took us like 10 minutes to get here. So you can actually just use your torque wrench to break it. Some people say you're not supposed to, but I don't care. It's not my torque wrench. Okay, so now we just let it out. Okay, so there it is. I just need to undo this. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
oil definitely would have gone on my camera.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. It's good if you warm up your car beforehand so all the oil drips out easier because it's like warmed up, so it's going to be less viscous, but it also means your oil might be a little warm. But we're good. Alright, now we let it drain. Next part, gotta take off the oil filter. I like to use a strap wrench just like this one, and all you do is you wrap it around and then put it back into the slot, pull it nice and taut until the flat part is against the rubber band and whatever you're trying to turn in said direction. So this, I'm trying to turn it counterclockwise, so this part is towards that direction of movement. Okay, so and then just and it goes. To be fair and honest, I have a bigger strap wrench that I got this loose with earlier. So didn't get it on video, but just want to show you how to do this. Alright, that's old oil filter. I always use OEM filters just because there's been lots of studies done that show that OEM filters are usually the best. So what I like to do is crack open the oil, just stick your finger in and then get the seal, just a little lubey with the oil, just to get it started on that nice. Clean off the surface here where the old oil filter was, get it nice and clean, free of old debris, all that good stuff.
Debris.
Yeah, that's how it's spelled, debris. I like to say things how they're pronounced, even though it sounds dumba. Hand tight's good enough. I'm kidding, hand tight's not good enough. Wait, damn it.
Tighten it with a strap wrench.
If you want. All right, now we get our torque wrench, new drain plug gasket, and take our old drain plug, make sure it's nice and clean with our fancy rag. Clean our old drain plug. Ooh, check out all that debris on my, check out all the debris on my magnetic drain plug.
Ooh.
Brand new motor too. So, that must be good. Okay, anyways. Now we have a new gasket. See, this one's not crushed. Okay, so that on here. And we'll plug it in to the hole. Now, my torque setting on this is 30 Newton meters. So, I already set my torque wrench to that. Just gonna put that on.
And you can find your torque setting off of the
Google.
internet.
Google is your best friend.
This magical thing called the internet.
Actually, we'll link a page to a bunch of torque specs below. So, okay. So now we're all good there. We are gonna fill up. All right, so for this oil change, I picked Castrol Edge OW20 because OW20 is what Subaru recommends because my weak ass engine can't push 5W30. It's too heavy. I have no idea how much I'm supposed to put in, so I just keep pouring. Usually just until it runs out the top and then it gets all over my engine block. And don't worry because when you drive it'll just all burn off, so.
I hope y'all are catching the sarcasm here.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Make sure you dispose of your oil correctly, aka not dumping it in the creek next to you, which, yeah, don't do that. We have to jack the car back up to get the jack stands out from underneath the car. We pulled the used oil out from under there because we don't want the car smashing into it, obviously.
So, you have to have your car flat and level when you're measuring how much oil is in there. I know my car takes 5.2 quarts, which is just slightly more than that 5 quart thing I have there. So I'm going to put it back down, check the dipstick, fill it up to wherever the halfway mark is, and then on the dipstick and call it good. Gotta check our oil. Actually looks pretty good to me. So, I'm gonna cap it, I'm gonna drive it around the block, let the engine run for a little bit, and then I'll check it again, see if we're all good.
So what we have to do now is check the oil level to see if we have enough oil in there.
See, we got to fill her up some more. What happens is the oil actually circulates through the filter as well, and that kind of takes out of the what you'll read in the oil pan. So, gotta do that. There we go, right up at that top fill mark. A little bit over, but do not forget this. There we go. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all the good things that every YouTuber says, and listen to that V8 behind me. So.